program of the Commonwealth Club of California. Girls Gotta Do Business, the rising force of women entrepreneurs. I'm Kathy Curtis, a Bay Area-based financial planner specializing in the finances of women, their families, and their businesses. Today's program is part of a series called The Ascent of Women. You can find more info on the series at commonwealthclub.org. For decades now, women have been opening new businesses at twice the rate of men. More recently, women have become the majority of the workforce. And this year, for every 2 men who get a college degree, 3 women will do the same. But even though the statistics show that women are making great strides towards equality and more, we still hear that women-owned businesses tend to grow slower and stay smaller. That women are underrepresented in high-tech and startups, and that women don't have the right mindset or ability to access capital or the networks that make things happen. We will discuss these issues and more tonight, but first I would like to introduce our distinguished panelists. Julie Abrams is the national leader in microfinance and women's issues. She's been CEO of Women's Initiative since 2001, following a nonprofit career that spanned 20 years in Chicago. Julie serves on the board of the California Association for Microenterprise Opportunity, on the One California Bank Advisory Board, and has received multiple awards for her work as an advocate for women, including the League of Women Voters, Women Who Could Be President, SBA Advocate of the Year 2009, and Human Rights Award for the Commission on the Status of Women. Allison Corvarubias is co-founder of the Hatch Network, a San Francisco-based company dedicated to providing women entrepreneurs with a first-class nuts and bolts learning experience that will help them grow great profits based on the triple bottom line: people, planet, and profit. Prior to Hatch, Allie ran her own marketing consulting company, Business Legs, and was a San Francisco leader for Ladies Who Launch, and professionally helped scores of women get closer to their entrepreneurial dreams. She left a corporate career at Salesforce.com to pursue her dream of helping other women succeed. Bot Enosh is the Entrepreneurial Alliance Program Manager for NCWIT, National Center for Women in Information Technology. Prior to NCWIT, Bot worked in the tech industry for 10 years, first as a webmaster at NCAR, then as a security software specialist for BMC Software, and then in business development for Applied Media. Bot is also avidly involved with Women 2.0, and their mission is to increase the number of female founders of technology startups. Aisha Matthews-Wadwad is the San Francisco Director of Savor the Success, an online networking resource for savvy, ambitious, and positive women in business. Savor the Success offers a sophisticated web platform for women to promote themselves and their businesses, and to belong to a community of like-minded entrepreneurs. Ayesha is also the principal and creative director for Pix Inc., a design micro-agency based in San Francisco that creates brand experiences across print and interactive media. Help me to welcome our panel. I'd like to start with a question that will help all of us get to know our panelists better. So, what drove you to devote yourself to helping women succeed? Was it one experience or a sequence of events? And we'll start with Julie Abrams.
I'm a social worker by training, actually, and I've spent 20 years looking at the different models for how to end poverty. And what I found is that women were both distinguished because they had their unfair share of the social issues, burdens with family and lower economic status. But if you helped a woman, the multiplier was greater, and women actually brought up their families and their communities. So for me, it was kind of a business decision that it was if I was going to make the greatest impact in the world, it was going to be helping women because I knew that would have the biggest ripple effect. But I have one other story about why women in business. My mom is here this evening, and after she raised 5 kids and my father retired, she said, "My turn," and she bought a business. and is running a successful business in this next phase, or whatever phase we want to call it. I won't embarrass her with what phase it is, but she is so fulfilled, and it was so fun for me to see that what a powerful impact it could have, and how empowering to own your own business.
Hi, Mom. Allison?
So I had a single mom, so I saw my mom making her way and doing a lot of the work around the house. And in addition to having a single mom, I'm an only child. I always thought I was supposed to have a younger sister. But the real spot for me in life was in college. One of the first places was taking a women's studies class and feeling empowered that there were so many great things that happen when women come together, and why hadn't I ever learned this before? And this woman got up and spoke, and she looked like me, and I wanted to talk like her, and I said, well, what are your majors? And she said speech communication and women's studies. So I was at Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo. I went to one of my first speech communication classes. I was in business originally, but that just wasn't relevant. I didn't get why I needed to learn accounting. The speech communication, later, I'm like, oh, I wish I would have learned that better. But the communication courses were interpersonal communication, small group communication, organizational communication, stuff that interested me. And when I went to my first class, it was all women. There were 5 guys, and it was like, this noise coming up, and I sat down and listened to what they were saying, and I had the biggest, cheesiest grin, because it was by my sophomore year maybe that I found this major. I said, I'm surrounded by my people. They're women. And I carried that with me and had some corporate experiences that I think also triggered the fact that I thought, I might want to work with women. But I would say the most significant place was in college.
Thank you. Bud?
Thanks. So first, actually, I have to say I'm excited